Welcome back. When is the last time you apologized and actually meant it?
Never.
Did you know, that's a problem, there's a correct way to say I'm sorry. So here to explain is author and behavior expert Noah St. John. Hi, Noah.
Hey, Kristi.
How are you?
Fantastic.
We were just going back and forth with I'm sorry, but it didn't sound like we meant it.
No, it wasn't sincere at all.
No, it didn't sound sincere at all, actually.
See, you could tell
I
because
could
you're
totally
an expert.
tell. Well, that's what I do, yeah.
Right.
So there really is a correct way to apologize and an incorrect way. Alexander Pope said, to err is human, to forgive divine. What I would add is, to apologize is hard. So when I work with my clients, whether they're celebrities or married couples or business owners, I tell them that it's not the offense that injures as much as the cover-up. So think about Nixon versus Reagan, right? They both made mistakes, but Nixon is seen as covering up Watergate. Reagan is seen as going to the American people with Iran-Contra
So be truthful.
So the point is, it's not so much the offense as the cover-up that's the problem. People are more forgiving than you might think, but only if you apologize correctly.
Can you give an insincere apology, though, and can it work? I'm just asking that. Because as someone who's been in several relationships, and I'm really not trying to be humorous here, but like I've apologized for things that I really don't think that I did wrong just to get it over with.
I think my husband has done that many times.
Well, George Burns said sincerity is the most important thing, and so if you can fake that, you've got it made.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's fantastic.
You're all set.
Yeah, but and yet I'm single. I can't figure it out.
That is funny, Mike. We should
Probably
talk.
correlates.
How you doing?
Okay, so this brings us to our next question. You say the second rule is to take 100% responsibility. Why is that important?
Well, responsibility, I've had the opportunity to interview over 50 millionaires and multimillionaires, and the number one trait of unsuccessful people is not taking responsibility for your actions. So when you take responsibility, if you look at that word, it means you have the ability to respond. So again, people are more forgiving than you might think when you say, it's my responsibility, my fault, and the buck stops here.
How do you think this could have helped Bill Clinton in his situation where he came out? Not to get too graphic, but really like how...
That actually goes to my point of you have to use the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize.
As opposed to, it depends
what is everyone using if they're not using that, though?
Well, what he said is actually, I regret, or things like that. So when you don't say, I'm sorry, it's like hitting the target without hitting the bullseye. You want to hit the bullseye. Have you ever had someone say an apology to you and not say the words, I'm sorry?
Right.
Yes.
It doesn't feel complete, does it? It's like getting a birthday cake and not getting to blow out the candles.
Right.
So you have to actually use the words. It sounds simple, and it is simple. You have to say the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize, and don't say, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's not going to make it.
And it's usually a pride issue, I'm assuming, that stops people from actually saying those words.
Men have a huge ego. Most men have a big ego problem, and so it is. It's very hard, but it's so funny because once you take that responsibility and you don't make excuses, that's another very important thing. Don't make excuses, oh, my mother made me do it, or everybody was doing it. Then that lowers your perceived value. So you have to make sure that you no excuses, take responsibility, and say, I'm sorry.
And most important, don't use the word but.
Don't use the word but. It's so funny because...
I'm sorry, but you did it.
Right, exactly. So
you
listen,
pushed me to the edge.
Right, so listen to this. I'm sorry I hurt you, but it won't happen again. Now listen to this. I'm sorry I hurt you, and it won't happen again. All I did was I changed but to and, but doesn't feel completely different.
You won me back. You won me over.
When you say but, you're letting yourself off the hook. The irony is when you don't let yourself off the hook, other people will tend to let you off the hook more. So don't use the word. In fact, I tell my clients just remove the word but from your vocabulary altogether, and you'll actually be a happier person.
When you want to solve a situation like a fight or what have you, and you guys are both kind of in the wrong, but only one will actually step up.
That's why I also say to
Then what do you do?
apologize quickly. That is actually the number one cardinal rule is apologize quickly. Be first and be fast.
Don't let it fester.
Don't let it, it's like the toothache. If you keep putting it off, you're going to lose the tooth. It's like if you have something in a relationship that goes wrong, keep putting it off, you're going to lose the relationship or at least damage it. So it's important that you apologize quickly and be first and be fast, and you will get more people on your side.
What if you don't have dental care and you have a toothache, like me currently?
That's what's called the door syndrome. You just put wrap it around the door and slam, get a friend to slam it shut.
Like Dad used to do.
Well, now I have plans for after the show.
There you go. Very simple.
That's great.
There's a solution for everything.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
I learned a lot.
Did you learn something?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So go ahead, try it out.
I'm sorry that you're not as good of a host as I am. Is that good? That's not good. Never mind. We'll start again.
That was horrible.
Can I get your book? Would that help?
You're going to need it, brother.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just did this.
I blew it.
Dude.
Oh, well.
Not even close.